All right, we got the part one, reading the textbook, Communication for Business Success, or Business Communication for Success. Business Communication for Success. This text is disseminated via the Open Education Resource, OER, LibreText project, and like thousands of other texts available within this powerful platform, it is freely available for reading, printing, and consuming. The LibreText mission is to bring together students, faculty, and scholars in a collaborative effort to provide an accessible and comprehensive platform that empowers our community to develop, curate, adapt, and adopt openly licensed resources and technologies. Through these efforts, we can reduce the financial burden borne from traditional education resource costs, ensuring education is more accessible for students and communities worldwide. Most, but not all, pages in the library have licenses that may allow individuals to make changes, save, and print this book. Carefully consult the applicable licenses before pursuing such effects. Instructors can adopt existing LibreText texts or remix them to quickly build course-specific resources to meet the needs of their students. Unlike traditional textbooks, LibreText's web-based origins allow powerful integration of advanced features and new technologies to support learning. LibreText is the adaptable, user-friendly, nonprofit open education resource platform that educators trust for creating, customizing, and sharing accessible, interactive textbooks, adaptive homework, and ancillary materials. We collaborate with individuals and organizations to champion open education initiatives, support institutional publishing programs, drive curriculum development projects, and more. The LibreText libraries are powered by NICE CX1 Expert and was supported by the Department of Education Open Textbook Pilot Project, the California Education Learning Lab, and the UC Davis Office of the Provost, the UC Davis Library, and California State University Affordable Learning Solutions Program, and Merlot. This material is based upon work supported by the National Science Foundation, user grant number 1246120, 1525057, and 1413739. Okay. Any opinions, findings, and conclusions or recommendations expressed in this material are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of the National Science Foundation nor the U.S. Department of Education. Have questions or comments for information about adoptions and or adaptations, contact the info. Okay. This text was compiled on the 1st of January or 5th of January 2026. Ooh, recent. Right on. All right, table of contents. Licensing about this book. All right, chapter 1, effective business communication. We'll learn why is it important to communicate well? What is communication? Communication in context. Your responsibilities as a communicator and additional resources. Chapter 2, 20. How many chapters are there? Just real quick. 19 chapters, okay. All right, chapter 2, delivering your message. What is language? Mensajes, messages. Principles of verbal communication. Language can be an obstacle to communication. Emphasis strategies, improving verbal communication, and additional resources. Okay, all of these have additional resources at the end. I'll just skip that part. Chapter 3, understanding your audience. 3.1, self-understanding is fundamental to communication. Perception, differences in perception, getting to know your audience, listening and reading for understanding, and additional resources. 4, effective business writing. Oral versus written communication. How is writing learned? Good writing, style and written communication. Principles of written communication. Overcoming barriers to effective written communication. 5, writing preparation. Think, then write. Writing preparation. A planning checklist for business messages. Research and investigation, getting started. Ethics, plagiarism, and reliable sources. Completing your research and investigation. Reading and analyzing. 6, writing, organization, writing style, making an argument, and paraphrase and summary versus plagiarism. 7, revising and presenting your writing. General revision points to consider. specific revision points to consider, style revisions, evaluating the work of others, proofreading and design evaluation. Chapter 8, feedback in the writing process, diverse forms of feedback, qualitative and quantitative research, feedback as an opportunity. Chapter 9, business writing in action, text, email, and netiquette, like etiquette, but on the net, on the interwebs, netiquette. Memorandums and letters, business proposal, report, resume, sales message, and additional resources. 10, developing business presentations. Before you choose a topic, choosing a topic, finding resources, myths and realities of public speaking, overcoming obstacles in your presentation. 11, nonverbal delivery, principles of nonverbal communication, types of nonverbal communication, movement in your speech, visual aids. I don't have any of those right now. I'm just kind of studying, and you're just studying with me. Not really much structure to this. Movement in your speech, visual aids. I can see your aids. Sorry. Nonverbal strategies for success with your audience. Okay. 12, organization and outlines, rhetorical situation, strategies for success, building a sample speech outlines. Okay. Organizing principles for your speech, transitions, and lo and behold, additional resources. It says that for all of them, so I'm just skipping that. 13, presentations to inform, functions of the presentation to inform, types of presentations to inform, adapting your presentation to teach, diverse types of intelligence and learning styles, preparing your speech to inform, creating an informative presentation. 14, presentations to persuade. What is a persuasion? Principles of persuasion, functions of the presentation to persuade, meeting the listener's basic needs, making an argument, speaking ethically and avoiding fallacies, sample persuasive speech, elevator speech. Chapter 15, business presentations in action, sound bites and quotables, telephone VoIP communication, meetings, celebration, toasts and roasts. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Media interviews, introducing a speaker, presenting or accepting an award. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna be accepting a lot of awards. I need to learn that one. Thank Jesus, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And my mom's, my dad, my brothers, everybody. Just go down the list. I'm gonna have like an annoyingly long list. All right. Presenting, accepting award, serving as master of ceremonies. Ooh, hells yeah, that sounds cooler. Master of ceremonies. That sounds cool as hell. Viral messages. 16. All right, yeah. Chapter 15 that'd be a fun chapter. 16, intrapersonal and interpersonal business communication. Intrapersonal communication, self-concept and dimensions of self. Self-concept and dimensions of self. Okay. Interpersonal needs, social penetration theory. Ooh, love me some penetration. Rituals of conversation and interviews. I don't know. We'll find out what rituals they're talking about. Conflict in the work environment. 17, negative news and crisis communication. Bum, bum, bum. Delivering a negative news message, eliciting negative news. Crisis communication plan. Press conferences. Ooh. It's like what that lady Caroline Levitt does, dude. I don't know how the hell she does it, man. Just taking like just questions and like having to come up with a good answer. It's like, yeah. And then also knowing that the media might bend your words to fit their narrative. It's like, oh, you gotta like really learn how to like dance that dance, or like, yeah, she's just like walking on thin ice, but like she manages it. I think she does actually a really good job. I'm like, I envy that. Like, I'll definitely hire her. That'd be cool. Um, yeah, Caroline Levitt, what are you doing after you're done being Speaker of the? Well, she's not Speaker of the House. That's something else. That's another dude. He has glasses. What's Caroline Levitt's official job? Like White House correspondent? Sounds definitely more accurate than Speaker of the House, but I don't know. Where was I? Oh yeah, press conferences. Okay, 18 intercultural and international business communication. Intercultural communication, how to understand intercultural communication, common cultural characteristics, divergent cultural characteristics, international communication and the global marketplace, styles of management, the international assignment. 18 will be an informative chapter for sure. Group communication, teamwork, and leadership. What is a group? I don't know. I've never seen one before. Show me. Tell me. Group life cycles and member roles, group problem solving, business and professional meetings, teamwork and leadership, and then additional resources. Index glossary, detailed licensing. A detailed breakdown of this resource licensing can be found in back matter / detailed licensing. Quite. All right. About this book. You know, fuck it. I'll just finish this. About this book. This page is a draft and is under active development. Okay. Text history. Business communication for success is adapted from a work produced and distributed under a Creative Commons license, CC BY NC-SA, whatever that means, in 2010 by a publisher who has requested that they and their original author not receive attribution. This adapted edition is produced by the University of Minnesota Libraries Publishing through the e-learning support initiative. This adaptation has reformed the original text and replaced some images and figures to make the resulting whole more shareable. This adaptation has not significantly altered or updated the original 2010 text. The text was integrated into the LibreText platform in 2019 and topically edited. Text Details, Business Communication for Success, BCS, provides a comprehensive, integrated approach to the study and application of written and oral business communication to serve both student and professor. This series features chapters with the following elements: learning objectives, introductory exercises, clear expectations, relevant background and important theories, practical real-world examples, key takeaways or quick internal summaries, key terms that are easily identified, in-chapter assignments, and post-chapter assessments linked to objectives and skills acquisition. Each chapter is self-contained, allowing for mix and match flexibility and custom or course-specific design. Each chapter focuses on clear objectives and skill demonstrations that can be easily linked to your syllabus or state or federal requirements. Supported by internal and external assessments, each chapter features time-saving and learning enhancement support for instructors and students. BCS is designed to help students identify important information, reinforce for retention, and demonstrate mastery with a clear outcome product. The text has 3 content categories: 1, foundations; 2, process and products; and 3, contexts. The first 3 chapters form the core foundation for the study of oral and written business communication. The next sequence of chapters focuses on the process of writing, then oral performance with an emphasis on results. The final sequence focuses on context, where business communication occurs, from interpersonal and intercultural, from groups to leadership. In each of the process and product chapter sequences, the chapters follow a natural flow from pre-writing to revision, from preparation for presentation to performance. Each sequence comes together in a concluding chapter that focuses on action, where we apply the skills and techniques of written or oral communication in business, from writing a letter to presenting a sales speech. These performances not only serve to reinforce real-world applications, but also may serve as course assessments. This text has been used in classes at Ohio University. Okay, there's a bunch of different colleges. Bunch of colleges and high schools. Right on. Cool. All right, chapter 1. Chapter 1 coming right up. Eventually. All right. I think we're done for tonight. We're good. It's like 9:30. Your boy got to eat.